Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wave the road, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all the big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah.
36 seconds early, who cares? Ahoy rugby fans, welcome along to the Wasted World of Sports as the Springboks getting ready to take on the All Blacks. And look at that win predictor, 63% predicting a South Africa victory, 33% predicting an All Blacks victory. What exactly will that have to do with the competition? Well, let's have a look. At the moment, on the Rugby Championship table, the Springboks bursting out into the front, untouched up there at the top of the table. The only undefeated team right now. The All Blacks behind in second spot need the win here, I believe, to keep the Rugby Championship alive. I mean, I don't think there's any way that Argentina are going to defeat not the All Blacks, sorry. I don't think there's any way that the Los Pumas are going to defeat the Springboks twice, back-to-back in 2 matches. They might, if they're lucky, and having a really good day, be able to steal one. But back-to-back wins, I don't think so. So the All Blacks cannot afford to go down another game. They do need to win this one to keep the Rugby Championship alive, just in my opinion. No disrespect to Los Pumas, but the Springboks are the best team in the world right now. Hands down. I mean, it's not even close. So it'd be hard to see them going down in back-to-back fixtures against Argentina, quite frankly. Time will tell that one, of course. We've got to get through this one first, the All Blacks versus the Springboks, and I'm very happy with some of the changes here for the All Blacks squad. I'm still devastated to see that Damian McKenzie is still there in the number 10 jumper. I'm sorry, but I just don't think Damian McKenzie is a world-class fly half. I don't understand why nobody else, and when I say nobody else, I mean All Black selectors, don't see it. He keeps getting picked So they see something that I don't, clearly. And let's face it, they're probably smarter individuals than I am. Oh, the fireworks just scared the absolute bollocks out of those people in the crowd. That was hilarious. And here come the All Blacks out onto the park. Same game. Oh, my same game multi. Where is it? I've gone 3 legs. Same game multi for this one. Expecting a close encounter, so not many tries. I think I'm pushing it by having 3 try scorers. We've gone Will Jordan, the ever-reliable Will Jordan, for the All Blacks try scorer. We've gone Bongi, Big Bongi, Mbonambi, to score for the Springbok. And, of course, Cheslin Colby. How can you have a same-game multi without Cheslin Colby? Simple answer, you can't. So there he is in mine. 3 legs will provide a handy little $150 payout for a $10 wager. So fingers crossed for that one. What a very impressive-looking stadium this is. And here come the Beasts. I always love this in the home tests for the Springboks. The pre-show entertainment, or the pre-game entertainment, I should say. A show makes it sound, rigged. That is a gigantic human being right there. I wonder if he's played some rugby in his time. Almost go time here. The teams are out on the park. The pre-show has kicked off. And then we've got to get through the anthems and the haka. And we'll be kicking off in about 7 or 8 minutes' time, I dare say. Maybe even a little bit more. Ready for the Springboks to take on the All Blacks, playing not only for the Freedom Cup, which the All Blacks have held since 2019, I do believe. They're vulnerable to that with another win here for the Springboks, but also the Rugby Championship, all but secured by the Springboks if they get a victory here tonight. It'd be very hard to see them getting run down. This crowd is absolutely electric. Now, here in the studio, I kind of have my volume turned down a bit. When I'm covering the NRL, which I do quite frequently, I've got the volume turned down so as not to get distracted with the other sounds when calling a game. And I can tell you that this crowd are so amped up for this contest. I haven't touched the volume settings at all, but it is so audible. It's the loudest that I've had crowd noise in my ears in the history of streaming. This is a very, very hardcore crowd out there supporting the home side. Interesting to see Beauden Barrett start from the bench. And the number 23, TJ Perinara, there on the bench as well. Cortez Ratama given the nod. I didn't know a whole lot about Cortez Ratama because I didn't follow Super Rugby this year. But the few games that I did catch, I can understand why he has been picked. TJ Perinara has not been setting the world on fire in the starting role in the games that I've seen. So a pretty good call, that one. It's just a matter of when they're going to realise that Damian McKenzie is not the answer at number 10. As the anthems are taking place out there. Heading towards kickoff in this one. Can the All Blacks get one back on the Springboks? Or will it be another loss in the Scotty Razor Robertson era? Something I certainly didn't see coming. But maybe I've been guilty of building up Razor a little bit too much myself. Maybe we expected far too much from him. Coming into one of the toughest gigs in world rugby, right? Coaching the All Blacks. The weight of a nation, expectation on the shoulders. A disappointing loss to Argentina. An expected, but obviously still disappointing loss to the Springboks last week. Be very keen to turn this around. How's everybody doing in the chat room there? If you are new to the Wasted World of Sports, I do love to get interactive, so do feel free. Chat away and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Is Damian McKenzie a world-class number 10? Or are you on my side? and you actually think he's rather, not hopeless, it's unfair to say hopeless, but he's certainly not the answer at number 10. There are much better options for the All Blacks, in my opinion. Who's going to win today? Springboks or the All Blacks? Who have you got? I'm leaning towards a Springboks victory. I'll obviously be cheering for the All Blacks, but I can't see anything really but a Springboks victory here. In the region of 33 points to 22, I'm thinking a late try will blow that margin out just a little bit. It'll be close for about 70, 71 minutes, and then a late try, hopefully to one of my try scorers, to win a multi. That'd be nice. To get the Springboks across the line. That's what I'm thinking. Close game for 70 minutes. And a late try to just put the Springboks out of reach of any sort of All Blacks fight back late in the contest. We're almost there, by the way. Kickoff not far off. Going through the anthems, then the haka. Oh, and this is a very impassioned rendition of the anthem here. The South Africans look up for this. Apart from him, he looks very tired. That's one of the bench players, though. You don't want the bench players to be over-enthusiastic just yet, though. There's plenty of time before they'll see the field. So that's probably a good thing. You want your starters, though, to be up and about, ready for kickoff. Tears in some of the eyes of the players there for the Springboks, showing just how much this means to them. Oh, you love to see it. One thing that you could never say about Springbok rugby, no matter what shape the sport is in South Africa, no matter what shape the team is in or how well they're traveling, whether they're winning, whether they're losing, they are always out in full force to support, and very passionate players and supporters alike for the Springboks, which is a wonderful thing, of course, for world rugby. A strong South Africa, in my opinion, means strong world rugby. And we are certainly seeing world rugby go from strength to strength at the moment overall. Not so much in Australia, but everywhere else it seems just fine. Matthew Carley, the referee here from England. Now this should be interesting because the Springboks players will obviously be a lot more familiar with that Northern Hemisphere style of refereeing. By the way, there's another talking point. How much are the All Blacks and the Wallabies, say, missing having the South African teams involved in Super Rugby, right? The regular competition with the South African way of play is maybe just lacking a little bit. The All Blacks, no offense to the Wallabies, but regular competition with the Australian teams, maybe they're not as battle-hardened as they used to be. Constantly going head-to-head with the South African teams. That's another thing to ponder as TJ Perenara leads the haka. Which version of the haka will the All Blacks throw out here? Kamate or Kapaongo? It's a very slow start, so I think this is straying away from the traditional haka. And that perhaps signifies just how much this game means to the All Blacks and how critical they see it in the big picture. Kapaongo it is indeed. And they have laid down the challenge on, I dare say, South Africa will more than answer it. Kickoff ready. Me ready. Chat room, are you ready? for the Springboks versus the All Blacks. Cheslin Colby slaps on the headgear. We need him for any time try. And the crowd is in a chorus of ole, ole, ole. Oh, it would be so hard to overcome this for the All Blacks. It really will be. South Africa, the best team in world rugby right now. A lively and passionate crowd. Off the back of a loss last week. The Rugby Championship potentially on the line. The Freedom Cup on the line. Everything to play for here today. Here comes the plane. Flying in low. Is it coming over the stadium? I think it is. It's kind of a South African tradition, is it not? There it goes. Low flying over the stadium. That'd scare the absolute bollocks out of me. I'm not going to lie. Like the crowd needed to be fired up anymore. They got it there. Kickoff about to get underway. Let's go. Referee blows the whistle. Damien McKenzie with the start. Goes deep with the kick. And South Africa have it. Under it is Jasper Weiss. And South Africa rumble it up to their 22. Looking for a clearance now. Nice and early. And our referee blows the whistle, says, I told you to use it. You didn't use it. And he has awarded a scrum down here for the All Blacks. And a scrappy start there for the Springboks. We all heard the call. The call was to use it. And taking a little bit too long there, Grant Williams, to get that ball out. And a scrum down nice and early here for the All Blacks. Are they going to be able to hold their own against this monstrous Springbok pack? Ratama feeds. Very even pack weights, but look at this push from the Springboks. It's loose out the back and Ratama collects it. Scrambling well for the All Blacks there, but that was a monstrous scrum to start for South Africa. Signalling their intent nice and early. Pushing the All Blacks off the ball. Very evenly matched in the weight department, but technique and power, forget about it. That was all South Africa. Geordie Barrett's caught in midfield. Looks to offload. It's loose. Bounces kindly for Satiti, who sets the ball up. Now they stay on the short side. Talea steps back in field, has the ball ripped out by Khaleesi. And South Africa have defended extremely well. The All Blacks lost ground there on all of that phase play. And now a scrum down with South Africa getting the feed. Can the All Blacks answer the challenge? South Africa put a huge push on for that first scrum. The All Blacks, they don't want to be bullied all match long, so they need to respond here with a big push of their own on Springbok ball. Apart from the early little stumble with not clearing the ball on time, it's been a solid start here for the home side. 2.5 minutes gone, no score. It's all been down this end of the field. But of course, we are eyeing up our second scrum here as well. So it has been a slow start to the contest as this one sets. The All Blacks look to shove, but here come the Springboks countering. They push the All Blacks right off that ball backwards and earn themselves a penalty as the All Blacks scrum retreats at an absolute rate of knots. And scrum time, an early concern for the All Blacks. Two massive scrums in a row there for the Springboks. Domination early at set piece. Although the line-out's gone a bit awry. Over the top, Talea's come flying in and taken out Pollard in the air. I would have thought completely unintentional, but still possibly should be penalised there. It was right in front of the referee who wanted no part of it. Can't understand how we're not coming back for a penalty for that one. But through the hands go the Springboks now. Khaleesi with the wraparound. He creates the overlap now on the outside, down that left edge. The inside ball back in field is spilled forward. Steph Dutoy can't regather it. South Africa come away with it. It was surely a knock-on. Well, the referee has lost all control of this match nice and early. That's what you want to see. Not. South Africa on halfway. The kick in behind the line. Sits up at the back for Geordie Barrett, who returns. Serve lands just inside the field of play. And into touch it bounces. 22 metres out from the Springboks line. And back here we are. Can they pressure the box line out, which went awry last time? Big Bongi Mbonambi threw it over the top, way over the top last time. And yes, I've got to say, that was right in front of the referee. Talea taking out Andre Pollard in the air. Unintentional, but still, those are normally penalised. Throw into the line out, stolen by the All Blacks. Loose though, and over the sideline it goes. It'll be another line-out throw. They get another shot here, but that's 0 for 2 at line-out time for the Springboks. They're dominating the scrum, but they're looking scrappy at line-out, providing an opportunity at set piece for the All Blacks, I guess. As they get up and spoil another one, but this one lands for the Springboks. And Moody comes away with it. Setting up the clearing kick here for Williams. No, he wants another phase play. Jasper Weiss sets it up. Surely now is the box kick clearance. Peter Steph Dutoy's in position at the back of that ruck. Williams clears it. Box kick straight up in the air. McKenzie runs forward, spills it. It falls for South Africa. Williams dummies, is caught high by McKenzie, and a penalty to the Springboks. Now, how in the hell do you get hit high by Damien McKenzie? I know that Grant Williams, the number 9, is not exactly the tallest player out there either. But geez, a high shot from Damien McKenzie is a rarity. Nice kick into touch here from Pollard. Takes it well and truly into All Blacks territory. 6.5 minutes gone in this one. No score. And the Springboks, I believe this is going to be their first real venture down into All Black territory. Throw to the line out is good. They secure their first one. Setting things up in midfield. Here come the Springboks. Although this is loose out the back, they scramble well. They've pushed all the way back to halfway, though, the Springboks. Williams now clears it. Back for Pollard. Pollard puts the bomb up. McKenzie moves forward. He dropped the last one. South Africa win this one in the air, and then it's spilled forward by Jasper Weiss. We're going to have another scrum, but I've got to say, I don't think that's going to bother the Springboks too much. They have dominated the All Blacks at scrum time. Will it be third time lucky for the All Blacks? Can they hold their own? 7.5 gone. No score. It's starting to become very important for the All Blacks to hold their own at scrum time. Connor Crowley, ahoy mate, welcome along. All Blacks have been getting demolished at scrum time. Let's see how this one goes. Ratama feeds. They put it in and out very quickly. And Savea breaks away from the back of the scrum. They weren't mucking around that time. Back for McKenzie to clear. Crossfield kick. Does it stay in the field of play? It does. It's lost backwards by the Springboks. They come away with it though. Willie LaRue. Off it goes to Jesse Creel. And South Africa retain possession and set up the ruck. About 30 out from their own line. And now Steph Toy rumbles it forward. Back for Pollard to LaRue. LaRue fires it out to Moody. Moody kicks through. It sits up for Mackenzie at the back. Mackenzie fires infield for Jordan, who returns serve with the kick. Finds some space in behind South Africa. But it sits up at the back now. And Willie LaRue can clear. Loose from Talea. It spills out the back, and Talea knocks it backwards into touch. It will be a line out for the Springboks. This is not the All Blacks that we're used to seeing. It's been very scrappy. Feeling the pressure here, the All Blacks. The Rugby Championship is potentially on the line. A win by the Springboks, in my opinion, guarantees that they win the Rugby Championship. Throw to the line out is scrappy again. It's the only shining beacon of light at the moment for the All Blacks. South Africa have lost their way at line out time. Mackenzie on halfway to Geordie Barrett. Barrett steps back in field. 40 out from the try line. Sets up another ruck. Ratama clears it to Mackenzie down the short side. Jordan steps back in field, secures the ball, plants it back. Mackenzie out the back of shape. Big rumble up the field there through the forwards, and now they spread it wide. Sarvea gets on the outside. Sends it out to Cody Taylor, who's hovering out on the wing for some reason. They needed some pace out there. Mackenzie runs it to the line, pops it off the hip to Vaea. Jordan with the cutout pass. Hits the chest of Sevu Reece, who cuts back in field. Sets up the ruck. 5 phases now for the All Blacks. Satiti inside the 22. Counter ruck there from Khaleesi, but they secure the ball, the All Blacks. Mackenzie out the back to Talea in space. Throws it to Cody Taylor, who's out here on the wing again for some reason. Get your big ass into the forwards where you belong and do some hard work, Cody. 5 meters from the line here, the All Blacks. 9 phases they've gone through. Ioane out the back to Mackenzie. Jordan on the wraparound. Bumps off Cheslin Colby, but it's taken a ground, and now the Springboks get in and counter ruck. The counter ruck is good. They've pinched it. They've got space down the left. The kick through from LaRue. Needs it to sit up for Colby. Colby gets a boot to it. Was he taken out after the kick, Cheslin Colby? No, says the referee. The crowd baying for blood out there. They want the call. It is not incoming. And again, scrappy from the All Blacks. Cody Taylor needs a talking to. The fact that he was out on the wing for one break and then he was out there again for the ensuing play means that he was hovering out here on this left edge on the wing, having a rest for about 5 or 6 phases. And I'm sorry, that's just not good enough. All Blacks win the line out throw. Here they come now. Satiti sets it up. Ratama to Lomax. Lomax bumps off one. Told to use it. So they need to clear it. The referee has shown he's not going to muck around with the call of use it. Box kick goes up to halfway. Cheslin Colby gets into space on the outside. But Ratama chases up his own kick and shuts that down very crucially for the All Blacks. Springboks ball on halfway. LaRue crossfield kick. It's taken in the air by Will Jordan, who now grubber kicks through for himself. Needs the bounce. And it's knocked on at the back by the Springboks. Well played there from Will Jordan. 13 minutes gone. No score here in this one. But it certainly has not been without action. There's been plenty happening out there. The Alunde knocking this one over the sideline. Line out throw by the All Blacks. They go over the top for Sam Cane. 22 out from the line in midfield. Ratama frees it up here for Satiti. No meters gained. But just drawing in some of the big forwards. Surveyor, inside ball for Cody Taylor. Puts on some fancy footwork. Ruttimer was taken without the ball here, and this will be the first penalty in kickable range. Talea to Mackenzie. Mackenzie fires it across to Geordie Barrett in midfield. Barrett rumbles it up. Sets up another phase in front of the post. Surveyor, pick and go. Chance here for the All Blacks. Back for the penalty we come, and they will take the 3. Oh, we've got a yellow card. A yellow card against the Springboks. This referee, he is not messing around. He was very quick to blow the whistle in the very first phase play against the Springboks, being told to use it. And now, zero warning, a tackle off the ball in a try-scoring opportunity, and he's gone straight to the pocket. The All Blacks take the 3 here, surely. The deadlock needs to be broken. Scoreboard pressure needs to be applied. I'm saying take the 3. Time off here as Cody Taylor gets looked at. There's been a lot of play down this end of the field. Down the Springboks end of the field. Phone on charge there. 14 frantic minutes. And it's about to become 3-0. I still haven't seen a call for taking the shot at posts, but I mean, surely they do. It's a gift. Damien McKenzie steps up. And from right in front, this should see the All Blacks take the lead. Bangs it over. 14 and a half minutes gone. And the All Blacks lead this 3-0. Remember, my pre-game prediction was 33-22 in favour of the Springboks. I think if we're going to get to that scoreline, it's really going to need to open up in the second half. Maybe the All Blacks can score a try or two with the man in the sin bin. Who got to the sin bin, actually? It was the number 8, Jasper Weiss. As the Springboks go deep with the restart. And Surveyor bumps off one. Well, it's not Surveyor, it is Tupo Vaea. Going backwards in the tackles again, the All Blacks attackers. Ruttimer has it at the back. Setting up the box kick clearance. Oh, taken out in the air again, and this one will surely be penalised. That's the second time that poor Willie LaRue has been taken out in the air. Penalty Springboks. This has got to be a card, I'm sorry. That's twice now. Not by the same player. Well, Sevu Reece very lucky here to still be on the field. That is the second time that Willie LaRue's been taken out in the air. Intentional or not. Yeah, this has got to be yellow. I think it's just been reviewed by the TMO. And Sevu Reece is going to be having to sit down. Yeah, the referee wants a replay, and that's fair enough. I mean, that's the second time on the same player. Unintentional it might have been, but the TMO has intervened here, and this is definitely going to be at least a yellow. I think a yellow is enough. Yellow is fair enough. Yellow card for sure here for Sevu Reece. And this negates the man advantage that the All Blacks were about to have. And that's fair enough. I can't believe that that wasn't called immediately, to be perfectly honest. And here's an opportunity for 3 points if they want it. Andre Pollard could put it over from here, I've got no doubt. They're going to go to touch, though. Andre Pollard, whilst it was kickable, the Springboks have said, we'll have a crack at more, thanks. 16 minutes gone, 3 points to nil, the All Blacks lead, but it is now 14-14. 7 minutes 40 left in the bin for Weiss. Down the short side, they turn things. Pollard can't get the ball free to Cheslin Colby. All Blacks compete and counter-ruck and win the ball. And they get the penalty. South Africa failing to roll away. Some good defence there down the short side. Geordie Barrett can thump this upfield as far as he can. Which is not very far, apparently. The kick to touch was a dead set shocker. It's made all of 5 metres. They may as well have not bothered. At that point, they would have been better off tapping and going, to be honest, because now they've got to throw into the line out an opportunity for the Springboks to steal as the two players there sit on the naughty chair. Jasper Weiss in the bin for tackling a player without the ball. Severis for tackling a player in the air as Cody Taylor comes from the field, which is very early for Cody Taylor to be off. Amoa's on. Sofa Amoa. And that signifies to me that maybe Cody Taylor was not being lazy when he spent that 6 or 7 phases out on the wing. Maybe he was legitimately hurt and needed to come off. Because that's a very early replacement on Cody Taylor. This is a big throw to just walk onto the field for. Omoa throws it in and the Springboks get up and spoil. Khaleesi loses it at the back. Play on, knock backwards. Colby finds some space. Chesley Colby puts on the step. Beats 1, beats 2. Fends off a 3rd. Offloads and the Springboks spill it forward. Peter Steph-Toy cannot hold on. Chesley Colby with a damaging run up the middle. My try scorer multi was looking good for a second there as Cheslin Colby just ghosted through. The loose second phase ball and it opened up. Made light work of Satiti. Stands up Geordie Barrett and a lunge from Sam Cane was the only thing that was able to bring him down. The All Blacks have been getting dominated at scrum time though. So I don't think they want to scrum down here. 10 out from their own line. Gideon Martins, ahoy there mates, sitting at the local, having a beer, watching the game. Good luck to the New Zealand watchers. Going to be a tight one. Let's go Bok. I would agree with all of that, and I am also enjoying a nice cold beverage. Much better scrum here from the All Blacks. Maybe it was Cody Taylor, not at 100%, that was the issue in those early exchanges, because with a Sofa Amoa on, that was a much more steady scrum, and the All Blacks clear. Not a lot of distance made. This will be a Springboks line-out throw, 30 out from the line, roughly. There's some time off here for Big Bongi Umbanambi. 19 minutes gone, 3 points to nil. Come on, Bongi. I need you, mate. I need you for my multi. Please don't be injured. Bongi Umbanambi. A great try-scoring option for the Springboks. It's been an impressive game so far. This is, for me, what Test Rugby is all about. It's been a tough, hard battle. I don't care that there's been no tries. A lot of people are like, oh, there's no tries, therefore it's a boring game. I don't believe that. I've been following rugby for a very long time, and some of the best matches that I can remember have been low-scoring, tight tussles with very few tries scored. It's what I love about rugby, right? The game of human chess. The battle in all different areas of set piece. All the different skills, shapes, sizes, strengths, weaknesses of the players. All comes together to form one big, beautiful, glorious spectacle. Bongi's up, and Umbanumbi throws it to the line-out. South Africa win it. And they immediately release it into midfield where Khaleesi is out there. Khaleesi not part of the line-out. That's interesting. Here is Estebeth. Almost has the ball ripped away. But you're going to have to do better than that against big Estebeth. Keeping the ball in midfield. Williams now out to Bongi. Bongi threatens to break through. They stay on the left. Willie LaRue to Khaleesi. Khaleesi pushes it back through the legs. Staying on the short side. Pollard puts the kick through off the legs of Vaea. And into touch for a Springboks line-out throw. The All Blacks defence stood up there. They were not surrendering an inch. Mbanambi with the line-out throw. It's over the top of Peter Steph-Toy, but it lands kindly for Jesse Creel, and the Springboks retain possession. Williams breaks out from scrum half at the base of the ruck, and now Big Ox goes forward. Estebeth gets the offload to Khaleesi. Wrap around with Williams. Williams back to Khaleesi. Numbers to the left for the box. It's loose. Willie LaRue picks it up, and now on the outside goes Creel. Well wrapped up, though, by the scrambling All Blacks defence. The referee gets in the way, and he literally gets barreled over. But more phase play now for the Boks. Inside the 22 they go. Williams calling for troops. Sends it out to Ox. Ox runs straight over the top of Satiti. Still going the Ox. Plants it back. Still Boks ball. Pollard puts the step on. Sam Cane's over this ball. Well cleaned out. And then taking the scrum half out off the ball is a penalty advantage here for the Boks. They can throw caution to the wind now if they want. They come back for the penalty. Steph Totoy out to LaRue, who puts the kick in over the top. It bounces awkwardly for the All Blacks. And Moody can't get hands on the ball. We will come back for the penalty. And we're about to be locked up at 3-3. You can't take the number 9 out off the ball. It's as simple as that. The original clean out on Sam Cane was good. Geez, it nearly paid off there. Cortez Ratama just gets back and get hands on it. Do they take the 3 here, the Springboks? They've spent very little time down the All Blacks end. I feel like they might push on and go for a try here. They do. They put it into touch. This is a brave call. This is a brave new Springboks team. They are not number 1 in the world for no reason, right? And they are backing themselves here. 22 minutes gone. 5-meter line out. The second kickable goal not taken. They throw to the front. Set up the rolling maul. All Blacks with the initial hit. But here come the Springboks now on the second drive. They release the ball. Creel puts the step on. Or Delende. I'm sorry. That is 5 meters out from the line. Williams out to Malharbour. Williams dummies. Goes on his own. They don't fall for it. And he's hit hard by Tamati Williams. Rocked back in the tackle. Delende again. Still 5 out here. A pick and go. And over the top of this one is Satiti to secure the turnover potentially for the All Blacks. But the Springboks do well to retain it. Steph Totoy gives away the penalty this time. Sam Cane wins the turnover. Sam Cane was in over that ball. They could have almost got a penalty on the previous ruck. But this time, they get the call. Sam Cane doing what Sam Cane does. And that's winning turnovers at ruck time. Well, the Springboks have declined an opportunity at 6 points. This most recent one was an absolute gimme. It would have been 3-all for certain. The last one was a lot further out, but still kickable. Certainly not a guarantee, but I'm backing Andre Pollard in 99 times out of 100 in most cases. It was a long way out, but still kickable. They have potentially purposely left 6 points out there at the moment, the Springboks. Amua with the line-out throw, short line out here for the All Blacks, 4 in it. And the referee just wants some space here between the two teams. Give me some space, please, he appeals. Amua throws to the front. Scott Barrett brings it down. Ratama to McKenzie. McKenzie clears. It's going to be taken on the full at the back by Moody. Moody to LaRue. LaRue runs it to the line. Fires a really wayward pass over the top of Cheslin Colby and into touch. And this is a negative little sequence here from the Springboks, who are now back to a full complement as Jasper Weiss returns from the naughty chair. 1:10 left for Sever Reese as the All Blacks go to the front. Ratama out to Ioane in midfield. Rico Ioane goes to ground, sets it up. Ratama, quick release. Wrap around play to Ratama, who pops a forward pass over the top, and it's called back. Scrum down for the Springboks. And this has just all got a little bit scrappy from both sides. 25 minutes into it. Getting that one slightly wrong, Cortez Ratama. The little pop pass over the top was well forward. Oh, Cody Taylor's coming back. There you go. All right, cleared of any serious injury, it seems. Cody Taylor. The win predictor has just come down a little bit. Win predictor at the start of the game was 63% in favor of the Springboks. Right now, that's just dropped down a little bit to 61. 30 seconds left in the sin bin for Sever Reese. $25.5 gone. 3 points to nil in a very low-scoring, tight affair here. Springboks and the All Blacks. All Blacks fighting to keep the Rugby Championship alive. And then having to hope that Argentina can steal one off the Springboks. And then it might come down to bonus points. Been largely dominant at scrum time here, the Springboks. They're ready to set another one. Referee blows the whistle. Says, we'll have a reset, thanks. Just keep the space. Wait for my calls. All the usual stuff. And it remains just the penalty goal between the two sides. Remember, the Springboks have knocked back 2 shots at goal. They've pushed on and gone for the tries, and it hasn't worked out for them thus far. Scrum sets. Stalemate. The All Blacks get a shove on. It goes sideways, though. Springboks have to release it at the back. It was a bit messy. There's a wave in the crowd. Williams down the short side with Estebeth from a standing start. The All Blacks get in and spoil. Knocked on by the Springboks. This game has just degraded a little bit. The intensity of that opening 20 minutes, I think, has really taken its toll now. And both sides are coming up with some very simple errors as Cody Taylor comes back out on the field. Now this will be interesting because the scrum improved for the All Blacks when Cody Taylor left the field originally. Could that have had something to do with whatever little niggle he was carrying? We're about to find out because he comes into the fray and immediately into the scrum. Back on the field, Amua off. And let's see if that was indeed the case. Will the All Blacks scrum fall to pieces again with the re-emergence of Cody Taylor? Or was it all just coincidental? This one sets. Big shove from the Springboks. The All Blacks get it out of there quick smart. Geordie Barrett caught with the ball, but not rolling away here, the Springboks. And this is now very kickable for Damian McKenzie. Right out in front. And this will be a shot at post for sure. Failing to roll away, which is unfortunate for the Boks because they had won the turnover. Damian McKenzie does indeed say, we will have a shot, thank you. Looking to extend. This is certainly not an easy kick. Just to the left of the post. About 42, 45 metres, perhaps on the angle. Should be kickable. McKenzie strikes it. It's on target. It holds its line. It's got the distance. The All Blacks lead 6 points to 0. And remember, the Springboks did knock back 2 very kickable shots at goal. "29 minutes gone. 6-0 in favour of the All Blacks. Boks get us back underway. They go deep to McKenzie. McKenzie passes it off to Ioane. Ioane sets up the ruck. Told to use it now. Ratima's got it at the back. Box kick clearance. It's not going to find touch. LaRue runs forward, takes it, pops it off to Colby, who wasn't expecting it, and it's another knock on. Will they release the ball and counter-attack here, the All Blacks? Geordie Barrett has to go back and collect it. Puts the clearing kick in, but the Boks are back there now. And Andre Pollard will return serve here. The high ball up the middle. Chasing through is Willie LaRue. LaRue versus McKenzie. McKenzie comes down with it. Pops it back for Reese. Reese sets it up for Ratima. Ratima to Will Jordan, who clears. Jordan straight down the middle. Taken on the full by LaRue. And Willie LaRue now. Outside to Moody. Moody beats one. He's brought down by Will Jordan. But back inside All Blacks territory they go. Told to use it. Delunde sends it out to Weiss. Weiss sets up the ruck. Williams to Estebeth in midfield. They're over the top of this one, the All Blacks, and it's stolen away illegally, says the referee, by Adi Sarvea. Now, here's an interesting call for the Springboks. They have been knocking back shots at goal all match long so far. Do they take this one from 40 metres out directly in front? Do they say, let's just get ourselves on the board? It looks like they might be taking this one. Well, the turnover was... Well, that's an interesting call. The turnover was called good by Adi Sarvea. The penalty was against Cody Taylor for not rolling away. Anyway, right out in front, 40 metres out, Andre Pollard says, we'll have this one. Thank you. We've knocked back enough. We'll take this one. Andre Pollard with the strike. Right down the middle it goes. And the Boks are on the board. 31 and a half minutes gone. 6 points to 3. All penalty goals at the moment. All Blacks leading. 6-3. Mackenzie with the restart. Puts it just outside the 22. Springboks secure the ball. Told to use it, taken back in. So can't kick directly for touch. Williams with the box kick. Moody's chasing through. Mackenzie and Barrett come forward. Barrett spills it. And now Khaleesi picks it up for the Springboks. He's held up. Knock-on advantage. So we will come back for the scrum. Springbok feed. Been a lot of scrums in this game so far. I don't think either side has really displayed any sort of what you would call dominance over this game, and the scoreboard obviously reflects that. 6 points to 3, a very close game. Bonambi just wants the referee to have a look at the mark. Delaying this scrum feed. He's got his big boot there as a marker for everybody. 33.5 gone. 6 points to 3. The scrum sets. Big push here from the All Blacks. It's crabbing sideways. It's scrappy out the back. But Weiss comes away with it and beats the first tackle. Weiss is down the sideline. Well taken by Ardie Savea. Penalty to the All Blacks. Satiti's in there to secure the turnover ball. Ratima's in there. But it was the initial tackle of Ardie Savea. Made a great break there, did Jasper Weiss, but got himself isolated in the process. Nobody went with him. Geordie Barrett from the penalty and the touch finder takes them into Springbok territory. About 35 or so-ish meters out from the try line. Cody Taylor goes to the back. It's knocked down, but scrappy out the back for Ratima. They've lost ground here, the All Blacks. They're back over their own side of halfway. That was very loose. Mackenzie has to fill in at scrum half as Ratima was put down. Here's Satiti. Crawls up towards the halfway line. Ratima's back up. Wants some protection here from Taylor for a box kick. Sends it down to the 22. Moody takes it. Looks up. Throws it to Pollard in midfield, who has to reach back for it. Pollard, crossfield kick. Looking for the bounce for Colby. It sits up, though, for Rico Ioane. And the All Blacks have it back. Those crossfield kicks not really working out tonight for the Springboks at the moment. The All Blacks secure possession. Mackenzie to Scott Barrett. Out the back to Satiti. Satiti breaks through. Offloads to Talea. Talea makes some extra meters and now goes to ground. Quick ruck ball back for Ratima. Satiti out to Will Jordan, who changes direction. Comes back down this near side. Links up with Geordie Barrett, who pushes off Khaleesi and is taken down by Steph Tutoy. 22 out from the Springboks line on this near edge. Satiti pops past to nobody. Mackenzie runs back to collect it. Taps it over the top to Rico Ioane, who spills it forward. Another knock on. Another scrum down. Springboks feed. It's frantic play from the All Blacks at times, both teams. And nobody is really expecting these pop passes that are incoming. Both sides have been guilty of them. And both sides have made a lot of simple handling errors off those pop passes. And Scotty Razor Robertson is not happy. .36.5 minutes gone. 6 points to 3. In favour of the All Blacks. Scrum down about 35 out in midfield from their own line here, the Springboks. The last couple of scrums have been a little bit messy. This one sets. Stalemate at the moment. Big push, though, from the Springboks. Now, the counter push from the All Blacks. Told to use it. Williams releases it for LaRue. Delende takes on Geordie Barrett. Wins that battle. Goes up over halfway. Plants it back for Cheslin Colby, who pops it up for Esterbeth. 40 out from the All Blacks line now. Williams cut out pass to Big Bongi. Bongi is counter-rucked by Cody Taylor, who goes over the top and lets him know about it too. Cody Taylor wins the turnover penalty. Umbanumbi not releasing the ball. And Geordie Barrett steps up. They're going to thump this into touch here, the All Blacks. 38 minutes gone, half-time. Fast approaching. No tries as yet. Oh, well, there's been a tackle off the ball here that they've got away with. Tamati Williams on Ox. They got away with that there, the All Blacks. All right, Cody Taylor, he won the turnover penalty. He's got to make sure of this line-out ball. Big throw, this one. Goes to the back. Satiti comes down with it. They set up the maul. Great shape and great momentum here at the moment for the All Blacks. That's once, says the referee. Taylor's got it at the back. He breaks away. Where's the support? There's Ratama. There's Satiti. Inside the 22 they go. In midfield, Ratama. Cut out Kane goes to Artie Salvia. McKenzie is swarmed at the back. They retain possession though, the All Blacks. Ratama to Satiti again. Still in front of the post, 22 metres out. Geordie Barrett pops it up for Cody Taylor. Just going forward, inching forward here, the All Blacks. 5 phases. Ratama again. Out to Satiti. Out the back to McKenzie. Fires a pass over to Talea. Talea cuts back in field. Trying to find a mismatch with the forwards. Staying on this near side. Geordie Barrett can't get the arms free. The ball is out. Play on. But taken into touch is Andre Pollard, who did extremely well to win the turnover. But then ran too close to the sideline. And poor Scotty Robertson. Poor Scotty Razor Robertson is just not used to this. He is used to the Crusaders style of play, where everything just seems to go right. Taylor throws to the back again. Satiti pops it down for Salvea. Time is up on the clock. Half-time approaching. Tamati Williams with the pick and go. Ratama. Are we thinking drop goal here? Perhaps. Ratama to Taylor. Taylor steps back in field. It's loose, but we come back for a penalty. They'll take the 3 here for sure. The All Blacks to reclaim that 6-point margin. It's an absolute gift right in front of the posts. And an absolute no-brainer. To make it 9 points to 3 at half-time. All penalty goals. But what an intense, hard-fought battle this has been so far. McKenzie doesn't muck around. He puts it over. And the All Blacks go into the break, leading 9 points to 3. 3 penalty goals for Damien McKenzie. 1 penalty goal for Andre Pollard. One really, really intense battle on our hands here. A nice, close, hard-fought game where it's almost set up where 1 try could be the difference maker in this contest. Either way. 1 try either way could make or break this game. It is going to be a fascinating second half. Thank you so much for being with us thus far. We'll have a quick break and be back for all the second half action right after this here on the Wasted World of Sports.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. They're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pants last. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wave the road, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah! Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play. But it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pads last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wait the road from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah!
Ahoy, rugby fans. Welcome back. Halftime here. 9 points to 3 in favour of the All Blacks over the Springboks. Hope you had a nice little piss break. Top up your drinks. Whatever it is that you were doing during the halftime break. A low-scoring game here. All penalty goals at the moment in this one. So my three-leg try-scorer multi is looking an utter shambles. But maybe the second half will open up. We'll have to see. Halftime, 9 points to 3. An uncomfortable lead for the All Blacks right at the moment. Second half, ready to get underway. That is an impressive looking stadium, if I haven't mentioned it already. Looks like a big UFO, but a UFO with a hole in the middle of the roof, obviously. 9 points to 3, but don't let the fact that there's been no tries scored for 1 second make you think that this has not been a really engaging contest. As Khaleesi leads the Boks back out onto the field for the second half. Don't forget, of course, coming up in about 3 hours' time, the Wallabies taking on Argentina as the Rugby Championship continues here on the Wasted Water Sports. But we've still got 40 minutes of this one to get through. 9 points to 3, sorry, not 6. It was 6 right until the siren for half-time and the Springboks gave away that late penalty. But what I was going to point out, let's not forget, the Springboks have knocked back one absolute guaranteed given three-pointer. They knocked back the opportunity of another one that was slightly more difficult. but I would back Andre Pollard to have put it over. So they have left potentially 6 points out there by turning down shots at penalty goal earlier in the contest. So let's keep that in mind and be wary of that towards the back end of the match. Those are the sorts of decisions. See, I'm an advocate for taking the points when they're on offer. It obviously depends on situational awareness of the game and whatnot. I mean, there are obviously circumstances where it just makes no sense to take the 3 points. But look, if you get a 3-point opportunity, I'm a big advocate for taking the points when they're on offer. It could have been 9-all at the break. I mean, it might not come back to haunt them in any capacity. Time will tell. But it is unlike the Springboks to be knocking back those opportunities. DJ Shaq, ahoy, mate. How are you doing? Up nice and early for the Wallabies game, are you? Coming up in a couple of hours here on the Waste of Water Sports. The Wallabies versus Los Pumas as the Rugby Championship continues. Second half underway in this one. And Geordie Barrett comes down with it. He's wrapped up. The Springboks fight for the ball, but falling off their feet. And this is an easy secure for the All Blacks at the back. Satiti, who had a massive first half, has started the second half with a line break. Takes it outside the 22. Ruddimer frees it up for McKenzie, who fires back for Geordie Barrett to clear. Barrett hammers it upfield, taken on the full at the back by Pollard. Pollard returns to halfway, puts the kick up, chases it through on his own. McKenzie gets up and takes it. Sets it up for the All Blacks, who secure possession. Ruddimer takes 2 steps across to the left in front of the posts. Estebeth holds up the tackled player, but he manages to release and get the ball back. Cody Taylor now. Ruddimer's got it at the back, looking for the box kick clearance. He didn't have a lot of protection there. Reese chases through, taken by Willie LaRue. Knocked forward here by Rico Ioane. And Moody has it at the back for the Springboks. Playing under knock-on advantage. Here's Ox. Sends it out to Willie LaRue. Delende steps back in field. Beats Cody Taylor. Tries to fend off Big Tupou. Penalty to the All Blacks. They're in over the top of this one. Scott Barrett. Pats on the back for Big Scotty Barrett. Not releasing the ball there, the Springboks. You know what? Oh, they're taking a shot at 3 here. Now talk about taking the points when they're on offer. Damien McKenzie has said, we'll have a crack from here. The All Blacks, I'm pretty certain, are on their own side of halfway here. This is about 55 metres out. A kick from in front for McKenzie. Now remember, we are at altitude. That's the right word, isn't it? I haven't made a complete tit out of myself just now, have I? Where, of course, the ball flies through the air a lot further. So he's backing himself here from about 55 metres out, Damien McKenzie. To try and extend the lead here for the All Blacks beyond the converted try. He's off target. He's got the distance, but he's off target. Well, he doesn't have the distance. He fell about 3 metres short, and he was off target as he tries to overcook it and put too much in behind it. Springboks clear, but it doesn't find touch. Will Jordan runs back to contact. Successful turnover there from Delende. Ox knocks it backwards, throws it out to Ruan Nochi. Now Jesse Creel releases Kanan Moody down that far right-hand wing. It was an ambitious shot at goal, I thought, from McKenzie. Diving and going straight through the middle is Pollard. No support, though. It's loose. Diving on it is Willie LaRue. Keeps the ball alive, and Estebeth knocks it on. Off the knees, says the official. Play on. Ox rumbles it up. Now that's been knocked on. No. Play on, says the referee. Why not at this point? Umbanambi takes it up. Here's LaRue now at the back to Creel. Creel gets on the outside. Inside All Blacks territory just here. Willie LaRue again to Pollard. Peter Steph-Toy runs onto the ball in a little bit of open space. The All Blacks shut it down. Estebeth, pick and go. 5 phases, chewing off some more meters here. Willie LaRue again to Pollard in midfield. Dialende to Creel. Creel beats Rico Ioane, but is wrapped up and brought down. 6 phases, about 30 out from the line now. Here come the Springboks, putting the phases together. Penalty advantage now. The All Blacks not rolling away. Estebeth has got it. Pops it up for Willie LaRue in space. Ankle tap saves the day. Will Jordan with the intercept, but will come back for the penalty. And it's about to be 9 points to 6. You thought they were away there, the Boks, for the opening try in the game. Willie LaRue, the desperation ankle tap, saving the day. Who came up with that one? Oh, Sevu Reece, try saver. Sevu Reece. We come back for the penalty. And here come the replacements now for the Springboks. Malcolm Marks. Oh, no. Bongy's off. There goes my multi. My multi could be shot to pieces anyway. But I think it's just been confirmed as Big Bongy heads off the field. And Nomazulu's on for Andre Pollard. So changing things up here, the Springboks. 45 minutes into the contest, bringing some fresh legs and some fresh ideas into the battle. Now it looks like they're going to knock back another shot at 3. Andre Pollard is still out there, so who did... Nomazulu must have come on for... Let me have a quick look. Nomazulu is on for... He must have come on for Kanan Moody in the number 14. So there you go. Knocking back another attempt at 3. The line-out throw for the Springboks, a crucial one. They go to the front, secure the ball, set up the rolling maul. Now this has got good shape. The All Blacks get in and try and spoil. The Springboks release it at the back. Here's Marks. Marks sets up the ruck. Williams quickly out to Peter Steph-Toy, who brings it back towards the post. The All Blacks get in and try and spoil. Quick ball. Williams across the face of the defence to Khaleesi. Goes to ground 5 out. Marks with the second attempt. Bumps off Reece, but he comes back at him. A couple of metres short now. Here's Ox. The Springboks pile in. Penalty advantage. The All Blacks are offside. Under the pump here, the All Blacks. Williams with the crash ball to Weiss. Estebeth has got it at the back. Estebeth reaches out and plants it down. A cheeky little try here for Estebeth if he's got there. The cheekiest of cheeky. Let's see if we've got a grounding. It was all under penalty advantage anyway. No excitement there from Estebeth. Ruck offsides from the All Blacks, so we will be coming back for the penalty regardless. Looks like it's short of the line there from Estebeth, so no try. It's well short. But back for the penalty we will come. Now, what do the Springboks do here? Well, the crowd's cheering. The crowd is trying to cheer this one home for a try. They're pretty ambitious in their excitement there, the home fans. But we come back for the penalty anyway, and this will be an interesting call for the Springboks. They've knocked back 3 kickable shots at goal already. They kind of almost have to commit to that tactic now, don't they? It's almost at the stage. They've got to commit to it. Trailing 9 points to 3. $46.5 gone. Do they take the 3 here, the Boks? They almost have to, don't they? Well, the Springboks have gone all the way back to the other side of halfway. For some reason, they were expecting a try to be given there. I don't know what footage they were watching. I don't know what footage was put up on the big screen that the Springbok players saw and that the home fans saw, that they cheered so much. I don't know what footage they saw that I didn't, but it was a pretty clear no try for mine. They're knocking back the points again. Putting it into touch. 5 metre line out. The All Blacks are still under the pump here. Big throw. Incoming. Marks throws it, but the referee blows his whistle. Just resetting things here. Marks with the throw. Goes to the middle. Springboks secure the ball. Set up a brilliant platform here for the rolling maul. All Blacks are under pressure big time here. Trying to get the go forward. They're defending well at the moment. It creeps sideways. Marks has to release it. Out the back. And the All Blacks pile in. Sam Cane's over the top. The All Blacks counter-ruck, but illegally. And it's another penalty. Sam Cane's got to maintain his feet. And they'll go again here, the Boks, you would imagine. Into touch. Line out. Set up the rolling maul. And that is exactly what they're doing here. Into touch. 5 metre line out throw for Malcolm Marks. It's just got to hit the target. Oh, and it's Cheslin Colby's going to have the throw into the line out as Marks joins the line. Colby throws to the middle. And the Springboks secure it. They want some more power in that initial hit. Going backwards, though, as the All Blacks defend that well. Williams releases it to Dialende. That was well defended from the All Blacks. An interesting tactic there. Cheslin Colby taking the throw. Some space opens up around the ruck, but the Springboks can't get quick enough ball. Marks tries to burst through. Williams to Khaleesi, and Khaleesi dives over to score. Khaleesi scores the first try of the match, and the Springboks are about to take the lead. Relentless, never-ending pressure has finally yielded result. And a critical try here for the All Blacks. And they've done it through Sia Khaleesi, the captain. 9 points to 8, the kick to come from right beside the sticks. Amazing work there from the Springboks. Conversion successful. Khaleesi scores the try. TJ Perenara's on. Razor brings out the changes. The All Blacks go deep with the restart. Told to use it here, the Springboks. Inside their 22. Williams, box kick. Scotty Barrett tries to get through for the charge down. They've let it bounce here. This could go anywhere. Tap back by the Boks and lost forward by Pollard. And lost forward by LaRue. Take your pick, but I think they'll take the one closer to the posts. 50 minutes gone in this quality test match, really, in terms of the contest. Some of the handling has left a little bit to be desired by both sides. But still, what an engaging contest it has been. For the opening 50 minutes, the Springboks knocking back potential points left, right and centre. They come up with the big play. Khaleesi with the try. A scrum down here for the All Blacks. In midfield. Roughly about 30 out from the Springboks line, I think. Solid scrum from the All Blacks. Anton Leonard-Brown takes it to the 22. Reese clears it. Via to McKenzie. McKenzie to Williams. Williams out to Geordie Barrett, who knocks it on. Play on, says the referee. Rico Ioane's out on the wing. Steps in field. Still 22 out. Penalty to the Springboks. Penalty to the box. Geordie Barrett with an illegal clear there. .52 minutes gone. Here is Sasha Feinberg Nomazulu ready to come onto the field. Pollard puts it into touch just shy of the halfway line. Now, let's see what this... Yeah, Geordie Barrett there, the clean out. He just went flying in. $10 points to 9. South Africa ring in some changes themselves. Vincent Koch gets a run. Who else is coming on? It's Lowe. Lowe's on for Weiss. Line out throw from the box. Goes to the middle. Estabeth brings it down. Khaleesi in midfield. The try scorer. The game breaker at the moment. Khaleesi. Box kick from Williams. How's the chase? Moving forward to take it is Will Jordan. It ends up in the hands of the Springboks. And Lowe, who's just come onto the field, breaks down the short side. Ox looking for the kick. It's charged down and falls into the hands of Sevu Reece. Somebody's lost a boot. Penalty right out in front for the Springboks. And they'll surely take the 3 here to extend their lead. It's slowly but surely falling apart here for the All Blacks. Surely they take the 3. They've knocked back so many. But this, yes, they step up and they're going to have a crack here. Sasha Feinberg Nomazulu will step up for a shot. And again, it was Geordie Barrett, I think, giving away the penalty there. He's second in a row if it is. Right out in front should be a pretty easy 3-pointer. Well, it's a long way out, but it's on target. It's got the distance. It's right down the middle from Nomazulu. And South Africa lead 13 points to 9. 54 minutes gone. And the #1 team in the world of rugby right now, just starting to look a little bit more comfortable. McKenzie with the restart. Back-to-back losses potentially incoming here for the All Blacks. When was the last time that happened? Never mind when was the last time that happened to the All Blacks. Excuse me. When was the last time that would have happened to Scotty Razor Robertson? Scrappy out the back. Sam Cane dives on it on halfway. Perinara looks for options. brings it back midfield. Mackenzie changes his mind. Out to Geordie Barrett, who's lined up by Khaleesi. Oh, the Springboks are storming home here. Somehow the All Blacks have managed to retain possession. And Rico Ioane, they're all a little bit clueless. They've got to get Beauden Barrett out onto the field. Damien McKenzie, I know that I like to... Well, I wouldn't say I like to, but I obviously hang a lot on Damien McKenzie. And I say that he's not a test standard number 10. But when things aren't working, you've just got to try and change things. You've got Beauden Barrett sitting there on the bench. A Rugby World Cup winning Beauden Barrett. You've got to get him out there and just try and turn things around here, surely. Don't you? I would have thought. But anyway, I'm not the coach. Springboks back in possession. 30 out from their own line. All Blacks pile in. Win the turnover. That's a big turnover penalty. Who's responsible for that? Could be a big moment in the game right there. Tyrrell Lomax it was. Getting the turnover ball. Penalty for the All Blacks. Do they take the 3? I would. I'm telling you, I would. No hesitation. They're putting it into the corner. Well, I would have had I would have taken the points. They've put it into touch. Not a lot of meters made. So whilst it's an attacking line out, it's certainly not as far upfield and as close to the box line as they would have wanted. Oh, that's a nice shot. It's a lovely stadium. I've never been so much a fan of the round stadiums for rugby, but it seems like they've got it sorted out here. It seems like it's still close to the action. It seems like the roundness is just all on the outside. Jason Callaway, ahoy! As the All Blacks come down with this line-out ball. Perinara to Leonard Brown in midfield. Mackenzie on the wraparound. Pops it up for Rico Ioane. And here's Sevu Reece down the outside. Steps back in field. Fires the pass to Mackenzie. The Springboks, they swarm across. They scramble well. And they shut the play down. Satiti pops this one up for Vae. They're 5 out now, the All Blacks. Reece charges towards the line. Perinara to Mackenzie. Cut out pass to Will Jordan. Jordan is brought down. And the Springboks get in and try and spoil. Somehow the All Blacks still have it. Surveyor, head down. Marches forward. Penalty advantage now. Failing to roll away here, the Springboks. Mackenzie fires a hopeful pass out for Rico Ioane, who picks up and gets away from the defence. Rico Ioane, one to beat. Throws it back in field for Reece, who's in touch. Will come back for the penalty. Now, surely you take the 3. The word has got to get down to take the 3. There is so much time left in this contest. Take the 3 points. 58 minutes gone. And yes, indeed, Scotty Barrett, common sense prevails. I'm pretty sure the call went straight down from Razor and said, take the 3, boys. 13 points to 12. It's about to become... Oh, my same-game multi's been shot to pieces. I picked 3 try scorers. There's only been 1 try so far tonight. A very tight tussle. And it was Khaleesi who, honestly, it's easy to say this after the fact, and I'll say it after the fact, and people will go, oh yeah, sure, mate, sure, pull the other one. I pondered very intently about having Khaleesi in my multi instead of Banambi, and really wish I would have done it now, because Big Bongi Banambi's off the field for Malcolm Marks. And it was Khaleesi who did score the try, so, hey, that's on me. That's all on me, that one. As Nomazulu gets us back underway, kicks deep. Oh, the All Blacks make a mess of it. It pops up nicely for Mackenzie, though, luckily, who now clears short of the halfway line. But nearly making a complete cack out of the restart there, the All Blacks. But anyway, I come back to what I was talking about, and Look, if things aren't working, you've got to try something new. Oh, speak of the devil, here we go. Luke Jacobson and Bowden Barrett have entered the fray. Bowden Barrett is on for, I'll tell you in a second. Bowden Barrett's on for Will Jordan. Well, that's not the replacement I would have made, but I digress. Springboks go to the front of the line out. They secure the ball. And they have it in midfield here. Hendricks. Loose pass out the back. Sever Reese gets boot to it. Needs it to sit up. But the Springboks scramble back. All Blacks pile in. Counter ruck. Scott Barrett leading the charge, but the Springboks retain. Cock rumbles it up outside the 40. Here's LaRue now, trying to spread it wide to the right. Nomazulu beats one. Still going Nomazulu. Sam Kane gets in over this ball. Told to leave it now. Numbers down the short side, but it's been spilt by Jesse Creel. And it'll be scrum down to the All Blacks. And when Will Jordan's off, so there's the other one of my multi. I've got 3 legs in my multi. 2 of them are on the pine. Nomazulu's hurt. Doesn't seem too serious. Just a little bit of a cork, perhaps. But yeah, 3-leg multi. Being in my multi tonight seems to be a curse. Bonambi's off. Jordan's off now. Cheslin Colby's going to be next. Scrum down here for the All Blacks. 61 minutes gone. 13 points to 12. The home side leading by 1. 51% territory advantage to 49 over the All Blacks. It's close in every metric this game. Every single plausible stat is as close as it could possibly be. Scrum collapses. Referee just lets it play on. Rico Ioane to McKenzie. McKenzie runs to the line. Draws in the defence. Overlap here for the All Blacks. Almost intercepted by Willie LaRue. Knock on. And it'll be a scrum down. All Blacks feed. The All Blacks had the overlap. Just held on to the pass a little too long. Willie LaRue was nearly away there if he catches this ball. But also, if he doesn't get hands on it, he has not tried to catch that with 2 hands, by the way. And Willie LaRue could be sitting down for 10 here. Willie LaRue did not attempt that intercept with 2 hands, and he's going to be having a seat. Is this the turning point of the game? Willie LaRue is about to be marched for 10 minutes for an illegal knockdown. There is no way he's tried to take this with 2 hands. Could this be the turning point of the match? But the All Blacks, they should have been away themselves. The crowd can boo all they want, but the rules are the rules. Look, I think it's a stupid rule. But it is the rule, and Willie LaRue will have a sit down for 10 minutes. Could that be the turning point of this match? As ridiculous as that rule is, it is what it is. And Damien McKenzie is going to step up and have a crack here at the points to put the All Blacks back in the lead. 62 and a half gone. Don't forget, Wasted World of Sports coming up in a couple of hours' time. The Wallabies will be taking on Los Pumas as the Rugby Championship continues. McKenzie, with 63 minutes gone, he is about, what is that, 20 metres to the right of the uprights. Just shy of the halfway line. This is going to be a big kick. He didn't have this kind of distance or direction last time. This time he's looking a little better. It's off the upright and bounces away. It sets up for Geordie Barrett, though. Geordie's got it 5 out from the line. All Blacks need quick ball. Perinara throws a loose pass out the back. Sevilla goes back to scramble. The All Blacks do get back there. Loose again. Perinara to Vai. 22 out from the line. They've lost yardage here, but they have the ball. Off the upright this time from Mackenzie. Down the short side goes Perinara to Beauden Barrett. Leonard Brown is taken. Springboks into spoil. All Blacks retain. Still 22 out. Here's Jacobson. Still 22 out. Going nowhere here. Tamati Williams with some go forward. Quick ruck ball. Beauden Barrett onto Leonard Brown. Leonard Brown goes to about 10 metres out on that far touchline. Artie Sarvea sets up the 8th phase. Back to midfield here. Mackenzie. Space out to the right. Wrap around with Geordie Barrett. Cody Taylor's out here. Puts the step on. He's taken about 10 out from the line. Perinara now loses it. Scott Barrett into the hands of the Springboks, and they're away upfield. They needed someone a bit faster than Kwanga Smith. But what a let-off that is. And Estebeth now beats 1, beats 2. Is brought down by Geordie Barrett. 65 minutes gone. Numbers to the right here for the Springboks. Heads up play. They send it out there. Cutting back in field towards halfway. And Dealende on the wraparound with Koch. Back to Nomazulu. Nomazulu runs into Koch and is knocked over. Marks now throws the dummy. Back inside All Blacks territory. Cut out ball to Colby from Estebeth. Colby runs back in field. He is brought down on halfway in midfield. Hendricks there. The little chip kick over the top from Nomazulu. It lands with Geordie Barrett. Springboks get into counter and win the penalty. The Springboks pile in and secure the turnover penalty. Razor is furious up in the coach's box. They'll have a shot at 3 here, you would imagine. Jason Callaway, yesterday you paid $50 for 1 month Sky Sport. Now to Shout Myself Live Sports. Will I get to see the NRL Grand Final in time? So the 1 month starts now, does it, Jason? From today? Or is it like a rolling month? You might, where even though you've signed up today, the month starts from the 1st of September. Hang on. Yeah, September. You might just make it or you might just miss out, depending on how that works for Sky Sports. Nomazulu steps up for the Springboks, right in front, 50 metres out. It's way off target. It's not even close. Sprays out to the left of the post, and Mackenzie will come back for the 22-metre restart. So the NRL Grand Final 2024 will be the 6th of October. 6th of October. So, if the month starts from today, you might just sneak it in. Just. Penalty to the All Blacks from the restart. And they are fired up. Penalty to the All Blacks. Now, Damian McKenzie knows this is out of his range now. Surely, there's no thought of the three-point attempt. They need to get down the other end. Geordie Barrett puts this one into touch about 25 metres out from the Springbok line, over on that far side. All Blacks running left to right. Yeah, yesterday you signed up. You might just sneak it in, Jason. Just. 68 minutes gone. A big throw, this one for Cody Taylor. Springboks, of course, yes, down Willie LaRue for 4 more minutes. They go to the middle. The All Blacks secure it. Artie Sarvea out the back to Kane. They've lost it forward. The All Blacks have made a complete mess of it. They've gone to the middle to Artie, who spills it. "69 minutes gone. Springboks with the scrum. Leading by 1 point. This game going down to the wire. Three minutes left in the sin bin for Willie LaRue. The scrum sets. Henriques feeds it. Penalty advantage for the scrum collapse. Springboks loose out the back. Nomazulu is brought down behind the advantage line and will come back for the penalty. Poor Scotty Razor Robertson up there in the coach's box. He will be furious. Some of the errors, like this game, no matter what happens for the rest of it, this game has been there for the taking for both sides, really. Neither side has really taken this game by the scruff of the neck. It has been very, very closely fought and a fierce battle. Oh, there's a shot, and yes, that sums it up. Poor Scotty Razor Robertson. I'll give you a little hint, Razor. Now, you can't blame Damien McKenzie for a scrum, obviously, but I'll give you a little hint as the All Blacks pinch it at the front of the line out. You all know what I'm going to say. Replace McKenzie, and it's a good start. Here's Beauden Barrett. Barrett runs it to the line, gives it to Reese. Reese steps back in field. Links up with Sam Cane, who's rocked backwards in the tackle. The All Blacks, though, are in range, trailing by 1. Taylor out the back to Geordie Barrett. Barrett in midfield. Glance the ball back. Penalty for the All Blacks as the Springboks fail to roll away. And now this one is very kickable. Right out in front. Should have the distance here, D-Mac. McKenzie walks up and takes the ball, looks up at the clock. We'll have the 3 from right out in front. A minute left in the sin bin for Willie LaRue. Is the only reason why you would even consider not taking the 3. But it would be stupid not to. This is about 30 metres out, right in front. Maybe a little bit further than 30 metres. But still, even Damien McKenzie on his worst day should put this one over. 72 minutes gone. McKenzie moves in, strikes it, just holds it. It just holds its line. Oh, but its line is off to the left. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I have put the absolute knockers on him. I have put the absolute commentator's curse of all commentators' curses, and he pushes it off to the left. The Springboks hold on for dear life. Nomazulu with the restart goes deep as he can possibly kick it down to Beauden Barrett, who links up with Geordie. Geordie runs it into contact on halfway. All Blacks set up the ruck ball. Perinara to Artie. Out the back to McKenzie. Fires a loose pass that sits up nicely for Beauden Barrett, who tries to kick over the top. It's been charged down and the All Blacks have lost possession here. Delende brings it down for the Springboks, and now Henriques kicks for Cheslin Colby, who's taken out. This will be a penalty, potential yellow card, and 3 points coming up for the Springboks. And that could be the match right there, because Willie LaRue's about to come back onto the field, and the All Blacks are about to lose a man for the rest of this match. The referee has resisted the urge to go straight into the pocket. His initial reaction, he had his hands in the pocket, but he has now called for a review on the big screen. Cheslin Colby is down in back play. He's playing it up a little bit, but clearly taken out off the ball there, Cheslin. Tyrrell Lomax drops the shoulder in, and Lomax is going to be off here. Lomax drops the shoulder in, and it's a clear yellow card. Springboks will take the shot at 3, which it'll take a penalty goal out of the equation. The All Blacks will have to score a try, and if the All Blacks are going to win this game somehow, I think having to score a try is completely fair. It'll be 1 try apiece. Lomax is off for the rest of the game regardless, whether it's a yellow or a red. With only 7 minutes left, it'll be under review, and the Springboks will step up for a shot at 3 here. Good Lord. Here is a massive call from the Springboks. A penalty goal would put them 4 points ahead, which takes an All Blacks penalty goal out of the equation. They are going for the jugular here. The Springboks put it into the corner. This is a bold call, a massive call. They win the ball at the front of the line out. Rolling maul is set. It's got great shape to it. The All Blacks counter once. They get the drive going now, the Springboks. This is their best drive of the night. Breaking away is Malcolm Marks, who scores in the corner. Malcolm Marks scores out wide. The All Blacks went to sleep. They were looking at the referee down that blind side. And Malcolm Marks takes full advantage. The Springboks lead 18 points to 12. Conversion from the sideline. Malcolm Marks has scored. And what a big conversion this is now. Sevu Reece is down there. Perinara's down there. Who was it that looks up at the referee here and leaves the wing exposed? Sevu Reece not paying attention. And Malcolm Marks says, thank you very much. What a big conversion now from Nomazulu. This is such a big kick in the context of the game. He moves in. He strikes it well. It's off to the right. Way off. 18 points to 12. A converted try will steal it for the All Blacks. Sevu Reece having a little nap down the blind side. "74 and a half minutes gone. Beauden Barrett to get us back underway. Down the middle they go with the restart. Taken well by the Springboks. Am brings it down. Advantage to the box for a knock-on. It'll be a scrum down in midfield. South Africa feed. 5 minutes remain. The All Blacks have not been able to score a try all match. Can they pull one out of the fire in the final 5 minutes? Scrum down for South Africa in midfield. What did the All Blacks do here? Lomax, one of the props, is in the bin, which means they've got to pull off a forward. And there they do. Okay. Pull off a back. And it is Rico Ioane who's off. And Fletcher Newell comes on. So that we have the contested scrum. Big push needed now for the All Blacks. Sacrificed her back. Scrum sets, they do put a big shunt on, but the Springboks hold firm. Ball is secure here at the back for the Boks. Released by Hendricks. Nomazulu puts the step on and beats Perinara. Support on the outside, puts the kick through. Needs this to sit up, but it goes into touch and beats everybody. Great play there from Nomazulu. 76 minutes gone. 4 left to play. All Blacks with the throw into the line out, trailing by 6. A man down. Nomazulu just made a complete fool out of TJ Perinara there. Taylor with the throw, goes to the middle. All Blacks win the ball. Perinara releases it to McKenzie. McKenzie in midfield is that Artie Savea? Yes, it is. Artie Savea goes to ground. Slow ruck ball. South Africa are all over it. Here comes the ball out the back now. Told to use it. Perinara to McKenzie. McKenzie goes high for some reason. And Cheslin Colby takes it. Pops the pass up. Play on, says the referee. All Blacks get in and try and spoil. Still there for the Boks. A penalty and 3 points would surely seal it. Or a drop goal, perhaps even. Definitely a try. They still have the ball in midfield. 3 minutes to go. Pick and go is the order of the day. For Peter Steph-Toy. Good go forward. All Blacks offside down their short side. But the Springboks go back open. Steenkamp in midfield. Now they come down to this near side. Through the hands. 6 phases. Peter Steph-Toy now. They're doing exactly what they need to do here, the Boks. Nothing crazy. Just controlling possession down this end. Keeping it in the forwards. When will they release it out to the backs and try and utilize that extra man advantage? They're 5 out from the line here, in front of the posts. Geez, even a droppy at this point. They are setting up for the drop goal. Cheslin Colby off the side of the boot, and it's off to the right. Cheslin Colby taking everyone by surprise. He's everywhere, Cheslin. He pops up for line-out throws. Now he's popped up to take the 3 points right in front. 2 minutes to go, and this game is still alive. 18 points to 12, but the All Blacks have not looked like scoring a try all match. It's hard to see them pulling one out of the fire here. They'll have to use it now. McKenzie sends it deep. Up over halfway, close to the touchline. Willie LaRue takes it on the full. Back in field. The kick up and chase. Chasing his own kick. Nomazulu loses it forward. Reese tries to clear the ball back in field. And will come back for the scrum, which is going to chew off a lot of time. There's 1 minute and 10 seconds left, and this scrum will take at least 30 seconds to pack. South Africa. One hand firmly planted on the Rugby Championship. One hand firmly around the Freedom Cup. 1 minute left. All Blacks with the scrum feed. We have seen the All Blacks pull off some miracle victories in the past. Against the Springboks, against the Wallabies, against Ireland. Back from the dead moments when all looked lost, but it's hard to see it happening based on what we've seen for 79 minutes so far. They've not looked like scoring a try. Scrum down. Big push here from the Boks, but released at the back for Geordie Barrett. Caught in midfield. Perinara now. Quick ruck ball to Artie Savea. In over the top of this one. The Boks almost secure the turnover. It's knocked on. And Leonard Brown steps in midfield. Trying to find some space. McKenzie to Geordie Barrett again. Rocked backwards in the tackle. Kane fires a no-look pass out for Bowden. Bowden Barrett keeps it alive. Leonard Brown dancing around in backfield. No advantage, and we come back for a penalty to the All Blacks. 10 seconds remain. A big kick needed into touch. For Geordie Barrett, they need to get down into the attacking zone as the siren sounds. The siren sounds on this one. And into touch. Just inside Springbok territory. Cody Taylor with a big throw here. Springboks will surely compete and try and steal this one. Taylor throws to the front. The Springboks do get in and spoil, and they'll run it into touch and win the match. South Africa have won back-to-back tests against the All Blacks. And Scotty Razor Robertson, I'm sorry to say, certainly not proving to be the saviour of All Black rugby that many, myself included, were expecting. And he's copped a little bit of a wake-up call. Welcome to the big boys, Scotty Razor. The #1 team in the world claim the Rugby Championship, short of an absolute disaster and losing back-to-back games to Argentina. No offence to Argentina. I can't see them pulling off back-to-back victories over the best team in the world right now. And the Rugby Championship looks certain to be heading with the Springboks in 2024. Back-to-back wins at home over the All Blacks. 18 points to 12. Deserved victors too, as the only try scorers of the match. They gave away a lot of penalties. Well, they knocked back a lot of penalties of their own. Let's remember. Does no damage in the end. And the Springboks have won 18 points to 12. Victors here. And have surely now claimed the Rugby Championship for 2024. Very impressive looking stadium. Yes, I can see it is rectangular on the inside, round on the outside. Very impressive stadium design. I love it. And the Springboks are victorious here tonight. Well, this morning for me. 3 a.m. it is for me. And we've got coming up here on the Wasted Water Sports, the Rugby Championship will continue. It's the Wallabies set to take on Los Pumas. Wallabies with the win last week. Can they back it up and go back-to-back? We'll find out very, very soon. That one coming up shortly. But here, the Springboks, the clear best team in the world right now in World Rugby, have defeated the All Blacks again in back-to-back weeks. 18 points to 12. And with it, they have won the Freedom Cup, and they will surely now go on and win the Rugby Championship. Short of an absolute disaster, as I said. 2 tries to 0, very deserved winners. They backed themselves to go for the tries when the points were on offer. I'm not necessarily an advocate of that game plan, but it certainly worked out this time. Dialende with man of the match. Well, I think they just pulled that out of a hat randomly. Let's be honest. I mean, I'm sorry. No offense to Damien Dialende, but I'm pretty sure they just randomly pulled his name out of a hat for this man of the match call. That is an interesting one right there. Very impressive hair, though, Damien, I will say. Wasted Water Sports, thank you so much for your company here in this one. The Springboks, far too good. They are clearly the #1 side in the world right now, and what a statement they made. I thought at the back end of that game, in all honesty, the back end of the game, let's see if the table's updated, by the way. Let's get a live patch in on the Rugby Championship table, maybe. It could be in the process of updating as we speak. or it's just not going to display at all. For some reason. It must be updating. That's the only thing I can think of. They must honestly be updating that as we speak. The table. But yeah, surely the Springboks win now. When is Argentina playing Australia? Very, very soon. In like an hour's time, I'm pretty certain. We will end this stream, obviously. Oh, but what I mean, DJ Shack, is I can't see it at all. Like, it is normally right there. Beside my face. In a box next to me. But it's not even there at all. At the moment. For whatever reason. So they've obviously pulled it down to update it. Yeah, I don't know why that's not displaying. Anyway, not to worry. All you need to know is South Africa, this is now their Rugby Championship to lose. They would have to fall off a cliff to lose back-to-back games against Los Pumas. No offense to the Pumas intended at all. But it would take an almighty effort that I just can't imagine. Oh, there we go. It's loading. Has it updated? No, it hasn't. Well, there you go. Haha. It hasn't updated anyway. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, surely the Rugby Championship is belonging to South Africa now, you would think. Well, there you go. DJ Shack's comment now has complete relevance. All we do is add 4 points to South Africa, which will take them up to 18. And New Zealand go to 7, I think. Can't really see. So there you go. Now, I think it's going to be an hour and a half break, or thereabouts. Kickoff for the Wallabies in Argentina. I will tell you exactly in a moment. Kickoff is 5 a.m. for me. So it's 3 a.m. now. I'll start the stream about 15 minutes early. So in about an hour and 45 minutes, we will be back for the Wallabies versus Los Pumas here on the Wasted World of Sports. As the Rugby Championships continue, it's an intense battle now for second place as the All Blacks fall to their third loss. When was the last time that the All Blacks lost 3 games in a Rugby Championship? South Africa, undefeated, a storming out in front, and everybody else below them fighting for spots, which is really, really good to see. As the All Blacks in recent years have had a stranglehold on this competition, apart from World Cup years, it's very good to see South Africa dominating. Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this game. It was exciting all the way through to the end, even though there were only 2 tries scored. As I was saying, that's what I love about rugby. It doesn't have to be tries scored. It's going to be an exciting game. Regardless of anything that happens, if it's a close, hard-fought contest, that's what we love to see, and that's what I love about rugby. All the different shapes and sizes of the players, the different skill sets, all the different abilities and strengths and weaknesses and whatnot. That's what I love about rugby. Love my rugby league as well, of course. Covering the NRL has been incredibly exciting, and we'll be covering the Super League final series as well as this channel starts to expand our offerings moving forward. But anyway, Argentina, who are currently in third spot by 1 point, looking to avenge their loss to the Wallabies last week. And they will have second place in their sights. Well, actually, both teams. Whoever wins against Argentina and the Wallabies, I believe, will go into second spot, no matter what. So all to play for as the Wallabies and the Pumas coming up. South Africa are presented the Freedom Cup. Congratulations there to the Boks. Back-to-back victories over the All Blacks. And very deserving winners of the Freedom Cup. Very deserving red-hot favourites now for the Rugby Championship trophy as well. Magnificent performance it was. 2 tries to none. 18 points to 12. We'll be back in about an hour and a half as the Rugby Championship continues here on the Wasted World of Sports. Until then, cheers. Catch you soon for those who are still up and about.